Before heading to your favorite fast food restaurant for a quick snack, think about your choices. That's the advice from John Cisna, an Iowa high school science teacher who gained national attention by eating 3 meals a day at McDonald's. Cisna says it all started as an experiment.
Well, actually, this started out as a simple semester project. All of my sophomore biology class had to pick a semester project, and they could pick any subject they wanted to as long as it revolved around the biological sciences. Then they had to do an experiment, and then using the scientific method, they either had to prove or disprove a hypothesis. Well, I came up with this idea, and the hypothesis was, is it possible for a person to become better off eating nothing but McDonald's for 90 days for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? There were two parameters the kids had to go under. Number one, they had to keep me on 2,000 calories, but more importantly, I made them track 15 different nutrients, and they had to try to keep that in line with the recommended daily allowances as set up by the Food and Drug Administration. It was the kids that had to put the menus together, and in the 90 days of the initial experiment, the kids were able to put together 56 different combinations of foods from the Golden Arches that tried to satisfy the recommended daily allowance.
Cisna says the results are clear. It's all about choice.
It's not McDonald's and fast food that make people worse off. It's their choices of what they eat at McDonald's and other places that make them worse off. People need to understand this was simply an experiment about choice.
Cisna says a typical breakfast would consist of 2 egg white sandwiches, oatmeal with fruit, and milk. A typical lunch would be a salad, sides, and a drink. And dinner would be based around a wrap or sandwich, sides, and a drink, sometimes even dessert. Cisna says despite eating 540 straight meals at McDonald's, he still has his favorites.
I become hooked on the Egg White Delight and oatmeal. I try to have that as often as I can for breakfast. I love it. And people say, how can you eat here after eating 540 straight meals? I like it.
Cisna now travels the country for McDonald's, stressing making balanced choices in fast food meals and exercising. Not where you eat, but what you choose to eat. For today's Healthy Man, I'm Mark News.